Now that holiday season is over, what do you do with all the stuff related to your travel preparations? Travel preparations are fun. We look at guidebooks, we get to look at maps, we get to prepare a lot of things that we do. And once we travel, we get to do a lot of things. And we use the maps, and we use the guidebooks, and we collect entry tickets and postcards, and we take pictures, and we collect flyers from the restaurants we go to. We bring them all back. We box them up in a box, and over the course of a couple of years, you'll end up with an awful lot of travel-related materials. Now, recently I worked with a male client who had accumulated 3 big boxes of travel-related paperwork, and he travels professionally as well as he does travel for pleasure. So he was looking at all of these, and he couldn't figure out where to get started. So what I did was taking everything ahead of time with him doing something else and sorting it by location, by destinations. And when he came back into the game, we looked at the different packages for the different places. And what we found was that, in fact, it was a very easy decision. The matter of the fact is that guidebooks like Lonely Planet or Guide du Routard or something like this are very, very time sensitive. They focus on places to go, on restaurants, on hotels, based on reviews that are fairly ephemeral. So a couple of years in, many of those places may not exist anymore, or the ratings have changed drastically. And these days, a lot of that stuff is available online. So guidebooks that focus not so much on things to see, but on things to do, tend to be out of date very quickly. And in this particular case, we found that most of his guidebooks were 5 to 10 years old. There were 3 or 4 new editions of those out already, and he found that most of the stuff in there didn't really apply anymore, so we could let go of most of the guidebooks. Maps are very similar. These days, most people use GPS, so a paper map doesn't really make sense, unless you write something on it. And there were a couple of those which he kept, but most of the maps also went. That left us with flyers of places he went to, tickets, entrance tickets, plane tickets, that kind of thing. Most of those went out because he said he didn't really need them to remind him of the travel. Plus, there were only a couple of them left anyway, so he moved all of these out of the way. What we ended up with was a very, very big pile of stuff that went to charities or to the recycle bin, and a very small portion of things that he actually wanted to keep. So out of those 3 boxes, we formed one spiral binder with everything that he kept. Keep in mind, travel documentation tends to be out of date very quickly. Stay clutter aware and come back for more. If you want more, there are options. Click the round logo to subscribe to this channel, or select the playlist in the middle to see more content, or check out the links in the description below. Oh, and feel free to like this video.